I'm not exactly black, and I'm not exactly Asian. You can see I'm not Caucasian, but I know how it feels to be a minority. I've been called a six-letter word, a racist slur, spat from foul mouths intended as a trigger for a history that doesn't even belong to me. Racism takes one word and turns it into slaughter. Racism doesn't care if you're a mother, father, son, or daughter. Racism has hurtful words for every race, but the meaning is the same. Racism tries to incite fear and pain, inferiority and shame, like we aren't all human. Racism doesn't care about where you're really from, even though it asks you 10 times a day and says you answered wrong. The colour of your skin is all racism sees, then tells you to go back to your own country, as though we don't all share one home. Racism has come for me, and I know I'm not alone. I'm not exactly black, and I'm not exactly Asian. You can see I'm not Caucasian. I know racism, and while it's painful, do you know what's more shameful? Your silence. Your collective silence speaks louder than a few words of spite coming from an ugly and deranged far right. Your silence is what keeps me up at night. Your silence tells the world that it's okay. When racism knocks at the door, your silence invites it to stay. Your silence allows racism to have a say. Silence is violence. It breaks our alliance as humans. Racism wants us to forget what we are. Racism wants to yell angry words from afar. Words turn to hate and hate turns to blood. Blood spilled based on race. Blood that comes from the same place. Good people killed just because of the face that they were born with. And as it treads on valuable lives, racism doesn't realize how much it deprives us of the very things that make us human. You see, racism comes between us and communion, and no, I don't mean religion, I mean sharing and caring and love. I mean coming together as humans. I'm not exactly black, and I'm not exactly Asian. You can see I'm not Caucasian. I am the same as every other person. When one of us hurts, we should all be hurting. Racism should be disconcerting, confronting, disturbing, awful. But somehow it's become normal. I'm not exactly black, and I'm not exactly Asian. You can see I'm not Caucasian, but whatever I am, I'll be an ally, even if someone is not like me. You know why? Because what hurts one of us hurts us all. When racism wins, humanity takes the fall. Society buys racism at a cost. The sense of community is lost. We, humanity, should not allow such disregard for human life. Our silence is the knife that racism wields. Humanity is our shield. Humanity. To be a human on this earth, to have love and compassion for everyone's worth. This is a bond that we all share. Humanity unites us in showing we care. Humanity is what means we'll be there. Next time we see racism try to divide, humanity will scream from far and wide, this is not okay. Not ever, not today. Humanity will not give way to racism's violence. Humanity will not stand silent. Humanity will march and kneel together and loudly silence racism forever. I'm not exactly black, and I'm not exactly Asian. You can see I'm not Caucasian, but if you ask me, I stand for humanity. Racism is our common enemy, and silence is not an option for me.